Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our lecturer, Madam Miss Safura, and to our fellow classmates. We are from Group 4. We would like to present to you past year question, final test June 2020, Part C, question 1. Hope you can enjoy the video and gain some information there. Hi, my name is Maisara binti Haruni.
Hi, my name is Fatihah binti Said.
My name is Nura Akilah binti Rahim.
My name is Siti Adira Akilah binti Johari.
Hi, my name is Azira binti Jus. So let's see on our case study.
At Stellenberg, an information and communication technology company decided to enhance its internal audit function. Its board of directors approached KPKG, a reputable external consultant, to help with this exercise. One of KPKG staff, Salina, explained that internal audit is important no matter what industry a company is in. Salina was keen to talk to Datuk Kamil, who is the head of the audit committee and the chairman of the board. Datuk Kamil explained that since Stellenberg was an ICT company, he considered it is important that all members of the audit committee must be professional IT engineers in order for them to fully understand the industry and its technical challenge. All 4 members of the audit committee were non-independent, non-executive directors, and all were recently retired members of Stellenberg's management board. When Salina asked about the relationship with the external auditors, Datuk Kamil said that they had an excellent relationship, adding that this was because one of the external auditor partners was the Chief Executive Officer's son. In the previous year, the audit committee members met once with the external auditors. Salina's opinion is that the effective internal control is essential for maintaining the integrity of financial reporting, and the enhancements of the internal audit function will ensure the betterment of the company. Based on the given case, you are required to criticize how Stellenberg Audit Committee has failed to meet the regulations and best practice of corporate governance. For the second question, discuss any 2 rules of audit committee towards internal audit functions. So to answer these questions, I will pass to the other group members.
The answer for the first question is the chairman of the audit committee is not the chairman of the board. According to MCCG 2017, Practice 8.1, the chairman of the audit committee is not the chairman of the board. Main responsibility of the chairman of the audit committee is to ensure the overall effectiveness and independence of the committee. If one person holds the same position, which is the chairman of the audit committee and chairman of the board, may impair the objectivity of the board's review of the audit committee's findings and recommendations. The role of the chairman of the audit committee and chairman of the board should be held by different persons to show transparency and provide an independent view of business judgment rules. This is also in line with the standard of 12.4 of Bank Negara Malaysia's policy document on corporate governance, which stated that to promote robust and open deliberation by the boards on matters referred by the board committees. The chairman of the board must not chair any of the board committees. The separation of roles also to avoid conflict of interest between 2 positions that might happen when the audit committee inquire and review on the company financial reporting process, internal control, risk and management and governance. Besides, the role of the chairman of the audit committee required the chairman to concentrate and give full commitment towards its responsibility together with other members. As for the case, the appointment of Datuk Kamil as the head of the audit committee and at the same time hold the position as the chairman of the board contrasts with the MCCG 2017 Practice 8.1 and the best practice of corporate governance. This is because as Datuk Kamil holds the 2 different positions, he might not be able to provide objectivity business judgment rules and being transparent as he holds 2 different positions that require different responsibilities and roles. Besides, if he holds 2 different positions, he might not be able to give full commitment in performing his duties and provide sufficient time to the affair of the audit committee. Next, according to MCCG 2017 Practice 8.2, the Audit Committee has a policy that requires a former key audit partner to observe a cooling off period of at least 2 years before being appointed as a member of the Audit Committee. Key audit partners can be described as whom the engagement partner, the individual responsible for the engagement of the quality control review, and other audit partners on the engagement team who make key decision or judgment on significant matters which respect to the audit of the financial statement on which the auditor will express an opinion. Therefore, whoever wish to be a member in the audit committee should follow the guideline by having a cool-off period of at least 2 years before being appointed. This is because by appointing former key audit partners as the director or an employee of the company might exert significant influence over the preparation of financial statement. There may be serious concern to objectivity when a members of an audit engagement teams join the company and is in a position to exert significant influence over the preparation of the company's financial statements. In this case, even though all members of the audit committee were non-independent, non-executive directors, they all were recently retired members of the Excellent Berhad Management Board. They can be appointed as a member of the audit committee after 2 years from the date of their retirement, but instead, they were directly appointed, which does not follow the best MCCG practice.
Next, Practice 8.3 of MCCG 2017 stated that the Audit Committee has policies and procedure to assess the suitability, objectivity and independence of the external auditors. These assessments of the external audit firm should be conducted annually. Display strong element of the objectivity, perceived independence as well as independence in thought and actions. Based on the case referred, external committee of the Excellent Berhad had a mutual relationship because one of the external auditor partners was the chief executive officer's son. Therefore, it might be concerning issues in terms of preparations of financial reports or any matters related which involve a high degree of judgment. It can cause conflict of interest between members and also external auditors. The Audit Committee established the policies and the procedures that consider, among others, the competence, audit quality, and the resources capacity of the external auditor in relation to the audit, nature and extent of the non-audit service rendered, and the appropriateness of the level of fees, and also obtaining a written assurance from the external auditor confirming that they are and have been independent throughout the conduct of the audit engagements in accordance with the terms of all relevant professional and regulatory requirements.
Practice 8.4, the audit committee should comprise solely of independent directors. The reason is because it is to enhance a transparent corporate reporting. An external auditor who is in position can exert significant influence over the preparation of financial statement. Therefore, they need to take into consideration the professionals and regulatory requirement. Paragraph 15.09 subsection A and B of Bursa listing stated that the audit committee should be composed not fewer than 3 members, and all the members of the audit committee should be non-executive directors, with majority of them being independent directors. Even though the audit committee of Excellent Berhad had 4 members in their audit committee, which passed the Bursa listing requirement, however, all 4 of them were non-executive, non-independent directors. In a simpler form, they are dependent directors. Clearly, the audit committee of Excellent Berhad does not fit and meet the requirement for them to be able to become one.
According to MCCG 2017 Practice 8.5 collectively, the audit committee should possess a wide range of necessary skills to discharge its duties. All members should be financially literate and are able to understand matters under the purview of the audit committee, including the financial reporting process. it is important for the audit committee to have financial expertise which enables the committee's members to deal with the financial statement of the company. Sufficient understanding regarding the company's business and financially literate are one of the requirements that need to be fulfilled in order to become the audit committee members. As the members possess such knowledge and expertise, they are able to effectively challenge the management statement on the company's financial. The committee members also needed to demonstrate an appropriate level of attention and were able to detect any financial inconsistency or irregularities in the financial statement. The audit committee should ask critical questions in order to make sure that financial statements are compatible with the information and known for the matters that require for their judgment. The most important part is that members need to review and advise the board of directors on the financial statements, whether it provides a true and fair view of the company's financial position and performance. As related to the issues, Excellent Berhad has set up a requirement in order to be an audit committee member. He or she must be a professional IT engineer, which will make them understand the industry and its technical challenges. This requirement used by Excellent Berhad contrasts with the practice 8.5, as it clearly stated that the members of the committees must possess the knowledge of the financial, which will enable the members to provide assurance for board of directors that the financial statement and process made are based on the regulation and standard that must be followed. If the members are not financially literate, it will affect the effectiveness of the decision making to solve the financial problems faced by the company and enable them to detect the irregularities in the financial process.
The first role of the audit committee towards internal audit function is to monitor integrity of financial statement. Basically, a financial statement is one of the resources used by the investor to evaluate and identify the performance of the company. From analyzing financial statement, the investor will decide whether to invest or not in the company. Due to this, a financial statement must be free from any dishonesty while preparing the financial statement. Thus, the role of the audit committee in participating by overseeing the process in preparing before, during, and after financial reporting can ensure the reliability of reporting. Next, the audit committee is also responsible to review and approve the audit plan. An audit plan is essential as it plans the flow of the audit process from the beginning to the end. Thus, a proper plan needs to be reviewed and approved to identify important tasks and potential problems so that a sufficient time can be divided in appropriate timely manner. The audit committee also responsible for arranging the meeting with internal auditor and management to discuss matters of concern that may arise. This is because the audit plan and scope that has been discussed may require some changes due to the current financial condition of company, which require for the additional meeting between the management and audit committee. The meeting ensure the issue arise are able to be detected and provide the best solution, and at the same time make sure that the process and plan are taken in accordance to the regulation and practice. The frequency of the meeting between audit committee and management will contribute to the effectiveness in preparing the financial statement and will improve the ability of the committee to tackle the issue in the financial crisis of the company. The second rules of the audit committee towards internal audit function is to oversee the work of internal audit. The audit committee need to make sure all committees comply with the rules and regulations set out by the regulatory body. Besides, they also need to oversight the financial reporting process, audit process, and the company system of the internal control are being evaluated and assessed with high integrity and transparency without any negligence and misconduct. This is to safeguard the company asset from being misused or manipulated by irresponsible people. They are also responsible for reviewing internal audit report to make sure the report is a fair view and clear from any fraudulent and embezzlement or hidden agenda which could lead to the company to contrary to the law and corporate governance. As this practice can be applied by the company, it will build the sense of trust and loyalty of the shareholder and stakeholder towards the company, as they are able to maintain the financial process according to the required regulation and governance.